Egypt. Many moves of God have been aborted because of 5 minutes of pleasure in immorality. You thought nobody saw you, but heaven was waiting on you. That time when you were battling whether to do it or not, the fate of God was resting on you. The fate of a generation was resting on you. Imagine what would have happened to the world. The whole world would have died of hunger because that move of God was resting on one man. One man. There were not two. Only Joseph knew what to do. Only Joseph. So beyond having authority over senators, beyond having lordship over the house of Pharaoh, he was the lifeline of the move of God for that dispensation. If Moses had fornicated with Potiphar's wife, even his father would have died of hunger. The plan of God for a generation, except God intervened, the world would have been wiped off. People came from all over the world to look for food in Egypt. When Moses was battling to be sexually pure, that's what God was looking at. So heaven was praying for Joseph because they knew if he fell, the world would have died. Men would have gone into hunger and the earth would have been wiped off. Do you know what is at stake? That 5 minutes that you compromised. Do you know what is at stake? Why do you think demons every demon will leave here to make sure you fornicate for just 5 minutes? Because they are seeing what you are not seeing. When Joseph was rejecting Potiphar's wife, the devil was seeing the savior of the world. But even Joseph did not see it. May God not disqualify you. Imagine if Joseph fornicated and God said, because you have done this, I will raise another deliverer. What would have been the value of Joseph's life? He would have been a slave forever. But when Joseph made that decision, he saved the world. Daniel chapter 1 verse 8, we saw another testimony of a man who carried the move of God in a corrupt nation like Babylon. They brought things that appetized. And the Bible said Daniel and his friends proposed in their hearts that they will not defile themselves with the portion of the king's meat. Because these things are offered to idols. If it's what you need in order to grow fat, allow us to be lean. And by the grace of God, we will not grow lean, but we will not defile ourselves. God was looking at the faith of Israel. God was looking at the salvation of Israel from Babylon. It was never about food. This is the error of Adam. He thought it was about an apple. The devil knows this transaction is not about an apple. It's about the destiny of the human race. It's about the move of God over a dispensation. You are bargaining apple. A spirit is bargaining territories. You are bargaining apple. A spirit is bargaining the destiny of millions. Who told you it's an apple? You think the devil will come to you to strike a bargain with you about an apple? Do you know how busy the devil is? The Bible said the devil is running to and fro the earth. A being that busy, you think he will come away from his busy schedule and is arguing with you for 1 month just to sleep with that lady because of the pleasure? There's something he's seeing that you are not seeing. He has checked in the heaven and he has discovered that you are one of God's 7 soldiers for the next move of God. And if he brings you down, the move of God is at stake. You are thinking it's about pleasure. The devil is seeing the move of God that you are not seeing. May God open our eyes to see what we represent in the move of God. Some of you who are sitting here now, you don't even have food to eat. But in the next 5 years, you are the one to supply food to Christians in Gombe. And you didn't know it's part of your agenda. Because when the move of God starts, there will be a need for somebody to man the gate of supplies. And you are the one heaven has chosen. And the devil have seen that if you are not there, many will die of starvation. And he has come 7 years before and projected an agent before you. The boy comes with a well-carved BS. He has spent 2 years in the gym, built his chest, and is coming to you in the evening with singlet and well-carved BS. And you are going to your room, you carry his picture, you are smiling, he sends you a message, you are beautiful. If you want to know, go to the mirror too will tell you the same thing. You look at one text message, you read it 20 times, you smile, you smile, you smile. You are bargaining something that is about to happen in 7 years. If you have understanding, you will delete that message, block that person's number and invite him to church to meet your pastor. If you have not yet been converted, I have no interaction with you. For what has light got to do with darkness? What has light got to do with darkness? I have no business with you except as you are converted. Because I know my purity is not just because I love to be pure, it's because the move of God depends on it.